Hello, good evening, everyone. Today I want to break down GBPUSD based on how I trade. So let's start from the monthly time frame. So the monthly time frame, we have this nice FVG. It's nice FVG. Yes. After this break of structure to the upside. So this is the concept here now. So provided this market have not broken this low, this particular low, provided this market have not broken this particular low, this one here, I still consider that as a break of structure. But if the market should come down and break this low, then I will no longer consider this as a break of structure but a sweep. But as it stands now, I'm still considering as a break of structure to the upside. I just wanted to make that clear. So that is the only thing I can see on the monthly. The monthly is not that clear. So if I go to the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame, okay, we already identified this as a BOS. As you can see again, even on the weekly, this is looking like just a sweep. You get, or let's continue. So that's my BOS to the upside on the weekly time frame. Now, this is the only thing I can see on the weekly time frame. You get, except for the fact that I can refine this my FVG on the weekly time frame to be smaller, but then I don't want it to be smaller. I just want it to leave it that way. You get. Now moving forward, the other thing I can see here is that I am seeing a supply zone up here. This is drop base drop, which is this point here, which can serve as our area of interest in case this market wants to sell. Okay, so that will be our area of interest. So on the daily time frame, currently on the daily time frame, this is what I can see on the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we can see that this we're taking as liquidity. Why this supply zone here serve as our, this was taken as liquidity. So let me why this zone serve as our supply zone, or we can call it our area of interest, this one. So with this alone, after I saw this on the daily, I was anticipating to buy at least to this point where we have liquidity above these highs. Let me mark it out, this point. This is where I'm anticipating to buy to. So this is what I can correctly see on the daily time frame. And remember this FVG from the weekly time frame. Okay, so going forward on the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we had multiple rejection from both the FVG and our area of interest. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame is not that clear for me. The 4-hour time frame is not that clear. I get, but another thing I can see from the 4-hour time frame is that we have this area where we have mapped as our liquidity. That place is serving as as a double top, which is a trap. I get, this is a trap, so it will actually drop price. A trap. I get, so that's the first trap I can see. I can also sell these smaller ones. So the reason for the trap is for me to know where this market is going to buy to. So this is also a trap, and all these traps are profit taking points. trap. This is also another trap. So these zones are no longer valid. Trap. So this is what I can see on the 4-hour time frame. So if I go to the last time frame, which is the 1-hour time frame where I want to take my entry. So on the 1-hour time frame, what I want to see is I want to see price showing that it wants to change direction. So since we are in a downtrend, I want to see something like this. Okay, yeah, I want to see something like this. Break of structure, create liquidity point. Then I want to see price come back and take out that liquidity for me to continue buying. So this is actually what I want to see. This is what I actually want to see on the 1-hour time frame. So if I zoom in and map out my chart, you can see that this is a sweep. Then we had BOS here, break of structure here. Then for me, my liquidity is always inside of my liquidity block, you get. So this is my liquidity. This was the low I was anticipating price to take out before I take or enter my trade. This low. So how I trade is that once price takes out this low, I just take my entry from the other. I don't need to wait for price to tap into the other block, because sometimes it might not actually tap into the other block. So this was what I was anticipating, and I had my entries here, my long position. At that point, immediately price took out that zone, and my stop loss is below this point. So first take profit is, remember what I told you, all these places are trap, so these levels are no longer going to hold. So first take profit level is going to be at this point, which is a 1.1:2.5 risk to reward. But my overall target where I'm looking at is at least this zone up here where I have that double top, this one. So I'm going for 1:5 for this trade, and I will be adding positions if I see opportunities to add more position. So this is a breakdown of how I analyze my trade based on structure and liquidity. Okay, thank you.